Hey everybody, this is Mo Trader here, and this is the watch list for tomorrow, January 8th. We have four tickers here on the main watch that I'm going to be watching really closely. The first one is VUZI. If we go zoom in here, you can see the volume is pretty huge. It's kind of at the breakout level here. You can see um, this type of resistance. It just busted through it, and now we're looking at this 780, 770-ish type of zone where the stock actually stopped. Now, if we go intraday here, you will see that Friday after market, this thing actually ripped up all the way to 885. So what I'm expecting this to do actually opens up, gap up. It's already gapping up. So I want to see a ramp up and then higher lows for me to get involved with this. Don't short the front side. This thing can go. We've seen lately tickers that run for 2, 3, 4, 5 days. So don't be wait for your setup. Don't just rush it. Next one will be CRSP. This thing 2 days up, 1 day down, kind of washed and then consolidate and then boom, another pop up. It stopped at 28.50 as you can see right here. If we go intraday, you can see this pattern right here where it just shoots up and then it starts selling off. So it gives us a little space for this to run. So what I want to see, it's actually a run to retest that 28 here or 28.50s, these highs here. So it kind of double tops on the daily and then pushes back. Now on the other hand, if this thing opens red and it starts trying to go green, starts struggling, I'm going to be looking for a short as well. Next ticker would be WU. This thing's pretty extended. You can see these candles are small, small, small. This thing is just blew out of the water. So we're looking at these highs right here. And it kind of almost got there and then stopped, right? So if we go intraday here, you can see the stock was trading normally as these days and then all of a sudden, boom. So this tells me something happened. News or somebody's talking about the stock. I didn't do my research. So now this thing is pulling back a little bit. So let's see when it tests the highs. Test this 2067 and 2064 and see if it's actually gonna top right there. Give us like lower highs or some kind of entry. So the next one would be MNTA. Now this thing closed the gap here, and we know usually what happens when the stock closes the gap. It usually goes the other way. So these candles right here, small range, small range, small range, and then this day just boom on Friday. So what I'm looking at the 18 mark here and see if we can actually top off. Now if I zoom out, you can see what happened to this gap right here. Closed it, pull back. So I'm looking at that 18 level here. If it's gonna reject, if not, we'll be looking at the 18. If not, obviously it's gonna be the 20. Now don't fight the front side, guys. The market is hot. People are buying stocks. You can see this day right here where it actually spiked all the way up. The next day sold off and popped. So take your money when you have it. Don't oversize and make sure you're waiting for the setup. Well, that's all I have for the main watch list here. On the side watch list, I have DPLO, where you can see it's kind of breaking out of this range. Maybe you can see we can have like a day to retest this breakout level and then it breaks back out. I have SQ. Now SQ was downtrending and then it kind of popped now. Breakout, so maybe it closed pretty strong. So if we go intraday here, you can see it's gapping up after hours. So we'll see it's the same thing as the same thing as the VUZI, where I want to see this spike and then maybe it will top off somewhere and starts putting higher low. The trend changes and we have good risk to reward ratio plays. Next one would be OSTK. I'm watching this. This thing is super fakey, guys. Be careful with this. You can see out of the water it just breaks and then holds, ramps back up, breaks, holds, ramps back up. So this thing, if you're gonna trade it, make sure you mind your size. RENN. I missed this day. It was a beautiful short here. Now at this point, it closed the gap here. I'm looking for a bounce on it. Next one, XL and X. It's almost at the 75 resistance here. That's what I'm looking at. 2 days up, big gap up and ramp. So I'm looking for the 75 as a semi-round number for a reject for it to come down. So that's all I have for tomorrow. Thank you for watching, guys. If you have any questions, as usual, let me know. And I'll see you in chat.